us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday, and we continue with this one? It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the SMU Mustangs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Here come the Mustangs. SMU making noise last year, going 9-4. Brett Lashley continues to be one of the most dynamic play callers and coaches in college sports. His terrific quarterback returns, and the Ponies look to ride again in college football in 2026. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So SMU's offense will get the football first. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays. And then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Dumps it off in the flats. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Let's see if he can find some room behind the left tackle. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Now there's still a Mustang who is unable to get up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. The Mustangs just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Caught in the backfield. It's Hale. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Now the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. And the Mustangs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. I guess an optimist could say it's still first and goal, and now you have a little more room to work with. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they get him down.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Here comes the option. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers. Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Complete. Touchdown, Mustangs! A great catch and run for 6.
know this offensive coordinator strips his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So South Carolina's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here comes LaNorris Sellers. He had a tough game in that loss last time out. 3 times he threw picks and only 1 touchdown pass. Gonna run it. It's Clark. Got room at the 35. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first.
A lot of room to the right. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
And that was the perfect play call, throwing the slant against the blitz. There's one less guy in coverage because they're bringing an extra guy after the quarterback. So QB gets it out quickly, throws it out in front of his target. He's able to catch it, and not just that, he's able to advance it for an explosive play.
Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. Might be changing the route. Sellers. Here's the pressure. Hauls it in. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. He's got it on the move. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. From the red zone, it's Clark. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They didn't quite get organized in time. They'll call a timeout with just 3 seconds remaining on the play clock. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Sellers from the gun on third down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Good, right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They got off to a flying start, a touchdown on that opening drive, and now an opportunity to build on this lead. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Mustangs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Fires to the right. Makes the catch. It's Hale. Gashing the D on the right. Touchdown, Mustangs! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's Sellers to throw. Rushes on him. Makes the grab.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Back to pass on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Bennett. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Gamecocks are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to power their way ahead. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The run inside. It's Fuller. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Now there's still a Mustang who is unable to get up. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Throwing, Sellers. That's reeled in. It's Tuggle. Oh, he's got some space. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
The tackle is made at the 50.
The Gamecocks are marching down the field. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Catch in the middle, it's Bennett. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass. Bring in the heat. Complete downfield. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
Gain of 18. First down for the offense.
The Gamecocks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Sellers. He's got it, and he'll be brought down.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
And now on second down for this offense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the middle. Intercepted to stop the threat. They'll stop him at the 22-yard line as the defense makes a play.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Now they'll run the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
The Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Mustangs line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You can't. Telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. He fires one deep over the middle. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
1st and goal, South Carolina.
New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Quarterback keeper. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to run it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And earlier this offense had to settle for 3. Nice job finishing the half, punching it in the end zone, cutting into this lead, and gaining the momentum in the football game.
He'll try to tack on 1 more. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss.
South Carolina.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. A very conservative approach here, just taking the knee and heading to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with Iowa, taking on the Iowa State Cyclones. And it's the Hawkeyes in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC.
The Mustangs will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Coming out of the locker room, the Gamecocks head coach told me they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Might be calling a hot route. Throwing, Sellers. Under fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I got to be honest, I thought this tight end was going to have a much bigger role in this game. They wanted to get him the football early and often, but after that drop here in the second half, he still doesn't have a catch.
To the air, it's Sellers. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got his man, makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And the Mustangs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught in the backfield, it's Hale. Turning it on! All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Hale. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. The Mustangs getting set on 1st and 10. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened, Buck.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the air, it's Jennings. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
And the try is no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. Sellers. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
The offense changing the play. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. There he goes. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
To throw, it's Sellers. Unloads to the right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver in the intended target. And as a result, that ball's incomplete.
Here's Sellers to throw. Makes the grab.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Caught. Across the 25, he's got room. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Running inside, it's Fuller. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, South Carolina! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll run it from the gun. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Keep it on the ground. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Following that run, they've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick six.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And they did tack on the extra point. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. And the Mustangs want to move quickly.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down.
Maybe some room here. Got enough for the first. Quick step and go. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Knight. Can't get him to the ground. Snags it, and there's running room. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Touchdown, SMU! Breaks the ground right along the back of the end zone. And the Mustangs respond.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the away team sideline, there is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defensively. They know they've got an opportunity in this game with the lead and the ball, but they have got to play clean football right now. Right before they huddled up to take the field,
Flying out to the left. The 40. Past the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The Gamecocks with a response and a touchdown of their own.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the home team sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. He leaves it with his back. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now?
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Snags it and he's open. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Mustangs want to pick up the tempo.
You know what's always a good idea? Getting it to your best playmaker. That's a good idea. Whether it's shallow, whether it's deep, this guy can make things happen. He's lightning in a bottle when he catches the football. And that pass, it was short.
Got it! And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mustangs! And the Mustangs respond. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it in and get the easy touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Making side adjustments here. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Throwing, Sellers. Lets it fly. field. Ripped past midfield, finally stopped at the 42, and that's the kind of chunk play that gets drives going. In that loss last week, he just never got comfortable. Threw 3 picks, but much better today.
Much better taking care of the football. Listen, being the leader, he made the one mistake, but did a good job moving on from it, leading this offense, and ultimately getting the dub today.
Looking to pass, it's Sellers. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Sellers. A shot toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The Gamecocks with a response and a touchdown of their own.
Hey, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. And the Mustangs want to crank the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Wants to fire on second down. He'll off one deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Give as they work on that clock. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. He wants to change this route. Here's Sellers to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. On target to the left. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. SMU spends his second timeout here. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Pickoff of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. Now the Mustangs will use their third and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Give to the running back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can turn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
And the Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. On the run, it's Fuller. Brought down after a big run, and that is the way to put an exclamation point on this one. The Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The give to the tailback. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Looking for a crease to the left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The run to the left. Here's a little room there. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And with this touchdown, man, you got to get a little bit excited. Getting your first win of the season. First 2 weeks has not gone how you wanted it to go. But today, put a good game together. Offense now scoring this last touchdown. Defense go out, hold on, don't make big mistakes. And you got your first dub of the season.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Well, it's been that kind of day for the offense, and this quarterback specifically. They've had their chances. They've had opportunities throughout the course of the game to get some pitches and catches and make some explosive plays, just not able, though, to hook up. And you saw it on that 4th down play right there. They're trailing by a lot of points because those are the throws you've got to make if you're going to win games like this, and they just have not been able to get it done.
Throwing, Sellers. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Timeout on the field, and 4 ticks left to go. One more play to pad the stats. Quarterback making checks. From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that